That's funny. They're all gone. They've been gone for years. They're still blaming Robyn for it. Why don't they just blame themselves? They weren't happy in the marriage.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Wives Union. I hope everyone's having a good day. Please like, comment, and subscribe for daily updates. Did we just watch the last episode of Sister Wives? After 20 seasons and over a decade on air, fans are convinced that the TLC reality show has quietly come to an end. And they might be right. The season 20 finale felt less like "see you next season" and more like "goodbye forever." But here's where it gets interesting. Mykelti Brown just revealed what's really going on behind the scenes with filming, and it confirms what everyone's been thinking. Stick around because what she said about her mom Janelle will shock you. After 20 seasons, did Sister Wives just quietly end without anyone noticing? Thousands of fans are convinced the season 20 finale wasn't just another season wrap-up, it was a final goodbye. And here's the thing, they might be right. The finale felt completely different. No cliffhangers. No drama. Just closure. The Brown family sat around talking about the past, not the future. And when fans started asking questions, Mykelti Brown dropped a bombshell that changed everything. She confirmed season 21 has been filmed, but the way she described it should worry every Sister Wives fan. The filming is now very, very minuscule. The schedule is sporadic. And then she said the quiet part out loud, it's not Sister Wives anymore. They're all ex-wives now. So what does this mean for the show's future? Is Janelle really done? Why does the finale feel so final? And will we ever see season 22? Let's break down everything we know. Is Sister Wives ending? Fans react to season finale. The final moments of season 20 led some viewers to believe the show may be over. Key points. Fans speculate that Sister Wives season 20 finale felt like a series farewell, not just another wrap-up. Some cast members reportedly remain undecided about returning. They're all ex-wives now, claimed Christine Brown Woolley's daughter Mykelti Brown Padron. Is Sister Wives ending? Fans fear the season 20 finale was a goodbye. Introduction: when a season finale feels like a farewell. The Sister Wives season 20 finale did something rare for long-running reality television. It made a large portion of its audience pause and ask whether they had just watched the end of an era. Not a cliffhanger. Not a dramatic tease for the next chapter. But something quieter, heavier, and unmistakably final. Instead of promising fresh beginnings or new family dynamics, the closing stretch of season 20 leaned heavily into retrospection. Old wounds were reopened, unresolved conflicts were revisited, and the Brown family, once united by a controversial but deeply intertwined plural marriage, appeared scattered across separate lives, separate states, and separate emotional realities. As fans processed what they had seen, social media lit up with speculation. Was TLC preparing to quietly end Sister Wives? Was the finale structured intentionally as a series send-off? Or was this simply another transitional phase for a show that has reinvented itself many times before? Fueling the uncertainty were comments from cast members and, notably, Christine Brown Woolley's daughter Mykelti Brown Padron, who confirmed that season 21 has been filmed, but under drastically different circumstances. Filming is sparse. Participation is inconsistent. And the very premise of the show no longer exists. Because, as Mykelti bluntly put it, they are all ex-wives now. This article takes a deep, comprehensive look at why fans believe Sister Wives may be ending, what the season 20 finale signaled about the show's future, what insiders and family members have revealed about season 21, and whether TLC can realistically keep the series alive in a post-polygamy era. The weight of season 20, a show looking back instead of forward. From its earliest episodes, Sister Wives thrived on momentum. Even during periods of tension, there was always a sense that the family was moving toward something: a new home, a new baby, a new state, a new phase of plural life. Season 20, however, felt different from the opening moments. Rather than documenting growth or adaptation, the season, and especially the one-on-one specials, was anchored almost entirely in the past. Conversation circled around grievances that had already been discussed multiple times in earlier seasons: trust issues, favoritism, emotional abandonment, financial disputes, and the gradual breakdown of the Brown family structure. For many viewers, this backward-looking approach felt less like storytelling and more like closure. Kody Brown, Meri Brown, Janelle Brown, Robyn Brown, and Christine Brown Woolley were repeatedly asked to reflect on moments that no longer had relevance to their present-day lives. Instead of resolving conflicts, the discussions often ended with indifference or emotional exhaustion. One fan summed it up succinctly: no one seemed to care anymore. When apologies were raised, they were met with shrugs. When accountability was mentioned, it was brushed aside. There was little urgency, little passion, and very little sense that these relationships were still evolving in meaningful ways. For a reality series built on emotional entanglement, that absence was deafening. Why are we talking about the past? Fan reactions tell the story. As soon as the finale aired, fan commentary painted a remarkably consistent picture. Viewers weren't reacting with outrage or excitement. They were reacting with resignation. One widely shared comment noted that the finale became unmistakably final when none of the cast members appeared concerned about making peace. In earlier seasons, the idea of reconciliation, even if unrealistic, was always present. This time, it wasn't. Another fan wrote that the constant revisiting of old conflicts felt hollow because there was nothing in the present worth filming. That sentiment struck a chord across fan communities. Others were more direct. It's officially over, one viewer declared. Everyone is on their own journey now, another wrote, adding that they wished most of the family well. What's striking is that these reactions weren't driven by shock. There was no explosive breakup or scandal in the finale. Instead, fans sensed something more subtle, emotional detachment. The cast members appeared disengaged not only from each other, but from the process of telling their story. For longtime viewers who have followed the Browns for more than a decade, that disengagement felt like a clear signal that the show had reached its natural conclusion. From polygamy to fragmentation, the loss of the core premise. At its core, Sister Wives was never just about the Browns as individuals. It was about the experiment of plural marriage, how it functioned, how it failed, and how it evolved under public scrutiny. That premise no longer exists. Christine Brown Woolley left her spiritual marriage to Kody in 2021. Janelle Brown followed, confirming her separation in 2022. Meri Brown formally ended her relationship with Kody shortly after. What remains is Kody's legal marriage to Robyn, and even that relationship has been portrayed as strained and isolating. The title Sister Wives now describes a relationship that no longer exists in practice, ideology, or emotional reality. This isn't just a branding issue. It's a structural one. Reality television relies on a unifying concept that brings people together on screen. Without plural marriage, the Browns are no longer a single family unit navigating shared challenges. They are a group of former spouses and adult children living independent lives, connected mostly by history. That shift fundamentally changes what the show can be. Instead of one story, there are now several disconnected ones. Instead of shared conflict, there are parallel journeys. And while those journeys may be interesting individually, they lack the gravitational pull that once held the series together. Mykelti Brown Padron confirmed season 21, but with major caveats. While fan speculation intensified, Christine and Kody's daughter Mykelti Brown Padron added a crucial piece of information: season 21 has been filmed. On the surface, this would seem to settle the question. The show isn't over, at least not yet. But Mykelti's comments introduced a new layer of uncertainty. She revealed that filming schedules are nothing like they used to be. Instead of consistent, long-term production, the family now films sporadically, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, with long stretches of no filming at all. Over the last 6 months, she said, filming has been very, very minuscule. That word choice matters. In reality television, reduced filming often signals one of three things: budget cuts, cast reluctance, or a network preparing to phase a show out. Sometimes, it's all three. Mykelti went further, suggesting that the series is fizzling. Her reasoning was simple and devastatingly honest: Sister Wives is no longer about sister wives. They're all ex-wives now, she said. That single sentence encapsulates the existential crisis facing the show. Is season 21 a transition, or a soft ending? Given what's known about season 21, many fans believe it may function less as a traditional continuation and more as a transitional or farewell season. Instead of advancing a central narrative, the next season may simply document where each former spouse has landed. Fans have already speculated about likely storylines. Aurora Brown's potential engagement and how it fits into the family's evolving dynamic. Janelle Brown's efforts to build a home and establish roots away from Kody. Meri Brown's friendship with Jen Sullivan, her dating ventures, and her in renovation projects. Christine Brown Woolley's marriage to David Woolley and their shared adventures. Occasional group gatherings filled with polite tension and resurfaced memories. These storylines aren't inherently uninteresting. In fact, many viewers are deeply invested in Christine and Janelle's independence and personal growth. But collectively, they don't form a cohesive series identity. Instead, they resemble epilogues. Janelle Brown's uncertainty mirrors the show's. Perhaps no one embodies the ambiguity surrounding Sister Wives more than Janelle Brown herself. According to Mykelti, Janelle goes back and forth about continuing with the show. Some days, she's enthusiastic about the idea of filming multiple additional seasons. Other days, she wants to walk away entirely. Her reasons are deeply human. Janelle wants to focus on her grandchildren. She wants to invest time in Tata Farms. She wants to build a life in North Carolina that isn't defined by past trauma or public scrutiny. Those desires are fundamentally at odds with the demands of long-term reality television. For TLC, Janelle's hesitation is significant. She has long been one of the most grounded, relatable, and fan-favorite figures on the show. If she were to step back or exit entirely, Sister Wives would lose one of its emotional anchors. The financial reality, why some cast members may stay. Despite the emotional exhaustion evident in Season 20, Mykelti acknowledged an uncomfortable truth: for some family members, Sister Wives remains an important source of income. After more than a decade on television, the Browns' financial lives are deeply intertwined with the show. While some cast members have successfully built businesses, others rely more heavily on TLC paychecks and related opportunities. This creates a complicated dynamic. On one hand, the emotional story feels complete. On the other, walking away from a reliable income stream is not a simple decision, especially when public visibility has shaped career prospects and personal brands. This tension may explain why Season 21 exists at all, not because the story demands it, but because the transition away from the show needs to be gradual rather than abrupt. TLC's perspective: ending a cultural phenomenon. From TLC's standpoint, ending Sister Wives is no small decision. The series is one of the network's most recognizable and long-running franchises. It has sparked national conversations about polygamy, religion, marriage, and women's autonomy. Even in later seasons, ratings spikes followed major family developments. However, TLC has also shown a willingness to let shows fade rather than announce definitive endings. Instead of a dramatic cancellation, networks often reduce episode orders, space out seasons, and allow viewership to decline naturally. Season 20's structure, and Season 21's limited filming, fits that pattern. If Sister Wives does end, it may not be with a grand finale. It may simply stop returning. Why the finale felt different: emotional closure without resolution. What truly set the Season 20 finale apart wasn't what happened, it was what didn't. There were no promises of reconciliation. No declarations of hope. No dramatic cliffhangers designed to pull viewers back. Instead, there was reflection. Distance. Acceptance. Each cast member appeared to be mentally and emotionally elsewhere, already living a life beyond the show. For fans who have watched the Browns navigate chaos for years, that quiet acceptance felt like closure. Reality television thrives on unresolved tension. When tension resolves into indifference, the story naturally ends. Is Sister Wives over, or just unrecognizable? So, is Sister Wives ending? Officially, no. Season 21 exists. Filming has occurred. TLC has not announced a cancellation. But creatively and emotionally, the series has already crossed a threshold. It is no longer a show about sister wives. It is no longer about plural marriage. It is no longer about one family navigating life together. What remains is a collection of individual stories tied together by memory. For some viewers, that may be enough for one final chapter. For others, the Season 20 finale already felt like goodbye. As the stars of Sister Wives reflected on major life changes and unresolved tensions during the finale, fans took to social media to speculate the Season 20 ender felt more like a farewell than a tease for what's next. Kody, Meri, Janelle, and Robyn Brown, along with Christine Brown-Woolley, reached deep into the past for most of the one-on-one episodes, discussing older conflicts and family drama. For many viewers, this commentary felt like a way to tie up loose ends before the cast moves on for good. In a discussing Season 20, fans shared their thoughts on the show's future. Several commenters suggested the episode felt less like a season wrap-up and more like a final goodbye. One viewer commented, "This was so clear at the end when none of them cared whether they had anything to apologize for." Another penned, "They asked, why are we talking about the past? Because you are being paid to do so, and there's nothing in the present worth filming." A third fan declared, "Let's be honest, it's officially over," while a fourth claimed, "Everyone is on their own journey. I wish, most of them, good luck." However, another viewer believes the series isn't officially over because of the hanging threads left over from Season 20. Next season will most likely be Rora Brown engagement talk, Janelle building her house, Meri and Jen Sullivan hosting dating events plus in remodel, and Christine and David Woolley going on adventures. Throw in quad riding, several dinner conversations, dredging up old events with new perspectives, and replaying old photo montages. While fans believe the show has concluded, Mykelti Brown Padron shared news of filming for Season 21. Padron is Christine and Kody's daughter, married to Tony Padron, and a mother of 3 children. During an interview for The Padron revealed that her family has filmed a new season. After that, she feels the series' future remains uncertain. I will say that none of the parents have the same filming schedule that they used to have, Padron revealed. It's been 2 weeks of filming, 2 weeks off, she said. But this last 6 months or so, the filming has been very, very minuscule. It's sporadic. So, filming has been less. She concluded, I think the show is fizzling. Because it's not Sister Wives anymore. You know, they're all ex-wives now. However, Padron acknowledged that for some family members, continuing to film the show remains an important source of income. Separately, Janelle has hinted on that she may be reconsidering her future with the series. I think Janelle, some days she's like, yes, let's do 5 more seasons. And sometimes she's like, I'm done. I just want to focus on my grandbabies. I want to focus on Tata Farms. I want to focus on my life in North Carolina. I want to move on. So I think she goes back and forth. Sister Wives is currently on hiatus. The series airs on TLC. Sister Wives' future uncertain as Season 20 finale sparks cancellation speculation. The Season 20 finale of TLC's long-running reality series, Sister Wives, has left viewers questioning whether the show has reached its end, with cast members themselves expressing uncertainty about returning for future seasons. A finale that felt like a farewell. The season concluded with Kody, Meri, Janelle, and Robyn Brown, along with Christine Brown Woolley, revisiting past conflicts and family tensions during the one-on-one episodes. Many viewers interpreted this retrospective approach as a way to provide closure rather than set up future storylines. Fans took to social media to share their observations, with several noting the episode's finality. The lack of forward momentum and heavy focus on historical family drama led many to conclude they had witnessed a series finale rather than a seasonal wrap-up. Filming has significantly decreased. Mykelti Brown Padron, daughter of Christine and Kody Brown, confirmed that filming for Season 21 has already taken place, but revealed significant changes to the production schedule. The filming has been very, very minuscule. It's sporadic, Padron said in a recent interview, explaining that the parents no longer maintain their previous consistent filming schedule. She added, I think the show is fizzling. Because it's not Sister Wives anymore. You know, they're all ex-wives now. Cast members remain undecided. According to Padron, at least one cast member is conflicted about continuing with the series. She indicated that Janelle Brown alternates between wanting to film additional seasons and being ready to move on, with desires to focus on her grandchildren, her business Tata Farms, and her life in North Carolina. However, Padron acknowledged that the show remains an important income source for some family members, which may influence decisions about its continuation. What's next? While TLC has not officially announced the show's cancellation or renewal, some fans believe potential future content could include Aurora Brown's engagement, Janelle's house construction, Meri's dating events and in remodel, and Christine and David Woolley's adventures.